As I clear my truck out, because today is my last day working with this company and working for any company for that matter. I am going to do me. I am walking out on faith, honey, and I'm going to rely on TikTok money only.
The caption says, "Quit my job to be a full-time TikTok influencer."
I am walking out on faith, honey, and I'm going to rely on TikTok money only. That's if we can make it, okay? For real. If y'all don't believe me, I'm cleaning my truck. I'm clearing my truck out. I am clearing my truck out. Yes, that's what we're finna do. See that? Live off of TikTok. We are about to live off of TikTok and TikTok only. Please, y'all come with me on my journey. Come with me on my motherfucking journey. Let's go ahead and get the rest of this shit out. It's been a farewell. Taking me a quick break. Yep. I'm just trying to figure out because they're not even saying no names. They're not even doing none of that. They're just putting it on things like, don't get me started around here. Got most of my stuff in here. Boom, 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 boom. I still haven't put none of this stuff up. I'm gonna have Kelly put it away. Y'all know the routine. It's been a long and trying day, okay? I didn't take me a nap. Now I gotta go, and this wig is coming off, y'all. But anyways, with that being said, I'm back at the house. I'm gonna start making my videos, and yeah. As I clear my truck out, because today is my last day working with this.
Hold on, y'all. Because it looks like this video is actually from a year ago. So it slipped in, but that can actually serve as a viable opportunity. And here's what I mean. She quit her job to become a TikTok creator a year ago. So there should be a lot of documentation on TikTok, right? We should be able to go over that profile and we should be able to see how she's doing, how the views are doing, everything. So why not? Let's go ahead and check it out. Let's see how it's been working out. Because she posted this in May of last year. Let's see. She's a gamer too, by the way. But let me see this.
And Nolan Wells' mom said that she planned on donating some of the money that she have to the United.
FYI, she posted this 23 hours ago. She back in that truck, ain't she? She's back in that truck, ain't she? She quit her job to be a TikTok creator. See, this was a great opportunity because how often do we have time skips where we can just see right into the future? I already knew this was going to be the case. And when people say that they're quitting their job to become a TikTok creator, I already know that this is what's waiting for them. They're going to be right back at a job, God willing. But that's pretty awesome that we got to see. Yeah, I'm not praying on her downfall. I'm not saying that, but it's just a data point where it shows. I don't know what y'all are thinking when you're leaving perfectly good jobs and thinking that you're just going to be doing this. Here's another video of her. Just think we're going to be just dancing and this is going to be our contribution to society that's going to be able to not just pay our bills, but make us abundant out here to where we can take trips, where we can, go out to eat every day without a job. We think that this is going to be it. No, ma'am. It could be a great addition though, and it can be a great supplement, but always keep your main thing. Y'all, before we get into the next clip though, if you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. Only takes a second and it actually helps out more than you know. And it's just a click. So if you're here anyway, you might as well just click that like button. And also if you can hype the video as well.
Yeah, I didn't know today was going to be my last day at my job. I didn't know. I kind of made that decision.
Her caption says, I quit my job to do content creation full time. And then the description below says, now I have no choice but to make this work. Really? No, this was posted a day ago.
Yeah, I didn't know today was gonna be my last day at my job. I didn't know. I kind of made that decision while I was there because it's like my passion is creating content. I'm working a job. It's not corporate anymore. It's a part-time job, minimum wage job. Grateful for that. Grateful for that. I just had to come to the realization that I need to stop dimming my light, dimming my creativity, gifts that I've already proven to myself that I can do when it comes to creating. And I need to go all in and trust God, because the time that I'm spending there is the time that I could be creating, posting, the time that I could be just being in a creative flow. When you're working a 9 to 5 and you're working an actual job, I'm not hating on jobs, guys. I'm not. I've worked a lot of jobs. I'm pro job. When you've worked a lot of jobs and you wake up, you take your head out of the sand and you see these jobs are draining. They drain your creativity, they drain your energy, and they just drain you. You're giving them your all for the bare minimum. And it's like, why can't we give that same energy and that same...
Here's the thing. My thing is this. For one, it sounds like she's taking a leap of faith. This was posted a day ago. It doesn't have much engagement. I'm not going to lie. That last lady, even her thing that she posted 23 hours ago had good engagement. So I'm assuming she's running it up. But you left your job before you had proof of concept. And it's like, oh, I need more time so I can really be creative. My gifts are going to waste. I don't know if the numbers are reflecting that. If you're gifted and if you have this thing that's going to resonate so well, then why not have it be working first and then you can quit your job? It's because people really just are kind of lazy. Ma'am, she looks young. You ain't even been working that long. It's people, I could see if you've been working in the workforce 20, 30 years and you just say, I'm burnt out and I don't have enough time for the other things I want to do. You just got out into the workforce. It should still be new and fresh for you. It should be kind of fun. But this laziness, as well as this comparison to maybe other people's lives and feeling like we're entitled to that stuff that we would have never seen before, but now we can see it. And so it automatically makes us unhappy with our present circumstance. I think that's what's getting to a lot of people, especially the younger generation. She was probably at work scrolling her phone all day, scrolling, seeing other people living these dream lives, content creator life, come with me, all this. And she's just like, you know what? No, this isn't for me. I'm gifted. But you should have been honing that while you're at your job. And then you get proof of concept. Proof of concept means that it needs to be working already when you decide to leave your job. But this, just leaving your job and your content isn't really doing nothing, that doesn't make sense.
Minimum. And it's like, why can't we give that same energy and that same strength to ourselves to build something? To let go, have faith in God that He is going to provide for me. So many signs, you guys, that have been telling me to just leave this job. And I don't know why I was holding on to it. Well, I do. I was chasing stability. Even though
we gotta stop being selective with signs. People be so selective with signs. They'll see she might be scrolling and the algorithm is showing her what she wants to see. And it could be other people saying, I left my job to pursue content creation. She's like, oh my gosh, this is a sign. Why are you not paying attention to the other signs that's telling you to keep your job? People don't want to look at it as a sign when they open up their bank account and it says you're negative $500 on your credit card. Oh, that's not a sign, huh? People don't want to listen to the signs when they driving around and they see somebody sleeping at the bus stop. Oh, that's not a sign, huh? Oh, you just ignoring all the signs of quit your job if you want to. But anything you see where it's leading you towards what you really want to do, all of a sudden it's all signs. We need to stop being selective with signs.
I work 2 shifts a week, 4 hours, 6-hour shifts.
What was the
Babe,
sign?
what stability are you getting out of that? So it's like I was just finding any excuse to have some sort of consistent income, because when you're posting online, when you're
Hold on. How often was she working?
what stability are you getting out of that? So it's like I was, and I don't know why I was holding on to it. Well, I do. I was chasing stability. Stability, even though I work 2 shifts a week, 4 hours, 6-hour shifts. Babe, what's
2 shifts a week, 4 to 6 hour shifts. That's perfect. Man, part-time jobs are hard to come by. So you could have kept that job, and now you can reverse engineer it, and now you can go find a full-time job. And now you already got your part-time job where you're comfortable with. It's a lot of friction to get a part-time job because it's still unknown. You're not familiar with it. You don't know how it's going to work with your life. But you're already comfortable at your part-time job. So now just go get you a full-time job. And now every week you could be working 50, 55 hours, getting a little bit further ahead. That's still not that much, especially for you just getting out into the workforce. And then you have to do your content and your after hours, or maybe you get it in where you could fit in, depending on what type of content you do.
stability are you getting out of that? So it's like I was just finding any excuse to have some sort of consistent income, because when you're posting online, when you're a business owner in general, the income is not consistent, and that's scary. Just knowing that God has my back. The moment I said I'm leaving the job, guys, by a brand I thought ghosted me because I didn't hear from them for a couple days, confirmed my rate and was happy to move forward with a paid collaboration. Tell me that's not God. That's confirmation. This is a new journey for me. Not really new, because
That's what's up. Well, shout out to that. Hold on, let me see. Maybe this video is just a dud. Let me see her profile. Nah, you're not there yet. You're not there yet. But what I will say is that her content looks good. I think she'll get there. I'm not gonna lie. It looks good. It looks like really good lifestyle content and good branding with it. So she is gonna get there. And she does positive stuff, it looks like. I can't remember if she said she had a corporate job. She needs to get a corporate job because she's got some good skills here. She probably do really good in marketing too. And you see, she was able to secure her brand deal. I wish her the best of luck. I think within this process, I think she'll get some good skills regardless. But I think it's going to be like Truck Driver Lady, where in totality, it's all going to come back to getting a job again. But she does good content from what I can see. It looks pretty fun, and her profile is very engaging as well.
I've been creating content online for over a year, but this is new for me now, because now it's like I feel like I'm just like on another level mentally, where I'm so ready to take action. There's a lot I got to do still, but I'm happy that I get to do it with you and document my journey. I feel like this is a safe space. Yeah, today was my last day at my job. Yeah, I didn't know today was gonna be my
Well, it was a part-time.
I quit my job today to become a content creator. Don't you hear that a lot on your FYP? Don't you ever wonder what goes through their head on why they would ever quit their 9 to 5 or whatever they were doing to do TikTok? Don't you ever wonder the thoughts that go through their head? I literally thought that at one time. I didn't quit my job to become a live streamer. I was forced into this. Let me tell you a little bit about myself so you fully understand who I am. I do TikTok live stream as an NPCs creator because it's the fastest thing to get results, to be able to have people come to my live. And I owned a junk removal business that I did junk removal for almost 2 years, which was great. Fantastic. I really loved it. But my last job on the actual job, the transmission is completely out. And they're like, well, why don't you just fix it? Well, it's almost $5,000 and the bill's still got to get paid. So I was like, you know what? I needed a reason to go full time with this anyways. Let's just see how it goes. I can always go to a job. I can always go find a 9 to 5. I have never had a problem ever in my entire life getting an actual job. I've also never indulged into full-time content creation / full-time live streamer / anything that had to do with something I was actually passionate about. So instead of trying it, I invested every single day since October till now, and everything's worked out just fine. The things that go through someone's head is not, wow, I hope I don't fail it. The things that go through your head is, why not? It's the best time. You have nothing to lose. You're not going to lose your job because it's already gone. You're not going to lose your business because it's already gone. Cancel you because there's nothing to cancel. No matter what you're passionate about, if you're passionate about it and you're forced into the situation anyways, you might as well just give it all you got. You could always go to a job and apply for a job. Anybody can apply for a job. Anybody can get hired to a 9-to-5, but we all know how 9-to-5s are. You should Google it right now. The percentage of people that actually love their actual job.
It's all about positioning. It depends where you are. And again, it's about positioning. If we're talking about a dead end job or whatever, then yeah, I guess you can always go apply. It is what it is. You could take a little time and take a risk, I guess. Like he said, he was forced into it. My thing is, did you have $5,000? Again, the positioning matters. If this situation happens and you decide to take some time off because you have savings, then okay. Or maybe low expenses, then okay. Or maybe you have a spouse and y'all can live off that income. It's no big deal. And maybe it's been periods where you've held things down, then okay. It's all going to determine on your positioning and your circumstance. And then you got to use discernment and you got to strategize from there. Now, I would be thinking from the standpoint of getting ahead. I hate that we overcomplicate this thing. Listen, people act like they're they're extracting every ounce of time that they possess. And that's just simply not true. So again, I feel like you can do both. You're live streaming. Okay. You can't do that and have a job. Let's say you need to live stream during the day. Okay, you can't do that and get a night job. I mean, that's my thing. How long are you live streaming for? And again, are you using every ounce of your day? No, in most cases, no. So we complicate it like we need more time. We're not even stewarding the time that we have to its full capacity, myself included. So before people a lot of times think they need more resources, but what it ultimately is that they need more resourcefulness. They're not even being resourceful with what they do have. I think if we looked at his calendar, at his schedule, whatever, he's got tons of time that he could still put to use. And then he could have been getting it on both ends and getting ahead. But it depends on the positioning. Maybe he needed a regeneration period. And then, he could focus on his content or whatever, and then it'll make him that much stronger when he ultimately does what we can predict that most people end up having to do, which is going back to his job.
I did it. I finally left my 9-to-5. I feel like there is a big weight lifted off of my shoulder. I'm happier and my time is no longer limited. If you've been following me and you've been coming to my live streams, you would know that I've been talking about quitting my job for months. It is something that has literally been holding me back. Every time I go to work, I dread it. I finally made the decision to take that leap of faith that everybody has been telling me that, Shay, you can do this, Shay. Everybody believe in you but you. Aaliyah Rose came to my live stream, someone who I'm looking up to, someone who is the reason why I'm able to actually leave my 9-to-5. She is my inspiration. She quit her 9-to-5 and did TikTok full time and became successful at it. I love that. Right now, I'm focused, I'm determined, I'm dedicated, I'm motivated. And I went live today and I was happy. You see, there's a glow about me. It is because I am now in my creative mind. I am a full-time TikTok. I am doing TikTok full-time. Oh my gosh, I did it.
She's trying to say her affirmations. Listen, it seems like this is pretty new. But here's the thing. It's always going to be fun like this at the beginning. But it's going to be just like anything that you have to show up for and that you have to ultimately do. And what I mean is, this is going to get redundant just like a job. This is going to become a job in itself as well. People don't consider that. I don't care if you love playing video games all day long. If you get put in a position to where that becomes how you make your money and you have to show up for it every day, rain, sleet, or snow, you have to show up and you have to play them games. I promise you, you're going to dread that. And it's going to be something else that you want to get to. Because she talked about dread. She said dread. Dread can happen when things are fragmented and you don't have a holistic view, a whole view of your life. Everything is a part of your life. Just keep everything together. Everything is the collective that ultimately builds out your life. But if you start having fragments and pieces over here of, I have to go do this piece, I have to go do that piece, then it's going to be easy to dread things. See the pros of whatever it is, your job, whatever it is that may be. And don't just say, I hate working a job. Maybe you just didn't like that job. Maybe there is a job to where you would be able to go to it and it would actually energize you as opposed to dread you. Have you ever considered that as a possibility? Most people haven't. For some people, the jobs are good because it just gives you that structure. Otherwise, if you just had all your time, let's be honest, you'd be waking up at noon, 1 p.m., and you would start to let yourself go in a plethora of ways. So just understand everything has its place. And again, she's saying a job, just say you didn't like your job. They have content creation jobs, marketing jobs, whatever. Imagine if you had that as a job. Or maybe it's just that you don't like answering to people. Just say that. It might not be the job, but maybe there is a structure to where they give professionals more autonomy and they don't like to micromanage. So we just have to rethink this, reconsider things. If you put yourself in a position with more leverage, though, then you can get more aligned to the opportunities and find something that will be a better fit for you. And you can be more patient with that. But then you could still have that as something that also hedge against the volatility on the content side. So you basically could have two things working at once. You could be hedging against the volatility on the content side if you ever lose any money. And as far as the job side, you have your content on the side if in case anything ever happens to that. And, you lose your job, you just go a little bit harder on content for a while. And, you run that up. So I would say be balanced and also try to be diversified.
You know the dumbest thing that content creators do? A content creator will have a business that's struggling, by the way, and they'll get on social media and reveal everything. They'll tell people who their connection is. They'll tell people how to go get that connection. They'll tell people every single step of the process related to their business just to get views. Meanwhile, they're struggling financially. And I'm like, now you're going to struggle even more. And the reason why you're going to struggle even more is because you just produce more competition. At least monetize that information that you just gave somebody for free. Monetize it. Charge them for that information. You have been led to believe that putting out free content revealing all of your secrets is the golden ticket, and it is not. You can't pay your bills with likes. You can't pay your bills with thank yous. And unfortunately, capitalism revolves around you knowing how to do something that other people don't know how to do. I'm not going to make it easy for my competitors to know what the fuck I'm up to. So stop doing that. Yeah, I see so many people, 100,000 followers, 200,000 followers, 300,000 followers, struggling financially. Why? They're giving away all their sauce. So nobody buys their secret sauce because now you just told me how to make it. It's crazy.
I quit without another job lined up.
I did give my 3-week notice because 3 weeks was required. I was working in management and burnt the fuck out. This week, I have decided to consistently show up on TikTok. Really, in the last 4 days.
You were in management and you were burnt out. You was burnt out. Was you just burnt out right now, or was you just burnt out in general? Man, we got to learn how to endure. Burnout is real, but you got to learn how to endure and ultimately detach as well. If you get burnt out, then you just need to detach. If it gets to the point for a season or a period to where you can get to this point, because if you quit your job, what you ultimately conveyed was that you didn't give a F about this job anymore. So if you don't give a F about the job anymore, then that should already give you a sense of peace in itself. So you need to stay your butt right there. In worst case scenario, you let them get rid of you. Why would you just quit? Just detach. But, and I'm not saying get fired, and I'm not even saying do a bad job because of that. But a lot of times when people are getting burnt out or they're stressed at work, it's not because the actual work is draining them. It's because a lot of times the environment or sometimes the dynamic between the other people at the job is what's draining them. And so, again, I think because if you endure it, you never know what could change. If you just endure a certain time period, you never know what could change. Somebody that you don't like working with or whatever could get moved to another team. You could get promoted, you could get moved, other opportunities could come. But a lot of us, we just have this short-sighted view when it comes to our careers. And by short-sighted view, I just mean that anything can set off us all of a sudden just leaving our job. And then all of a sudden, it's like it becomes a cycle. It becomes something that we just continue to repeat over and over again, as opposed to just staying where we are. And then we use it as justification and say, well, now I'm going to become a content creator. And it's like, I don't know how those two things equaled each other. I don't know how you came to that conclusion based off of you being burnt out at work and now all of a sudden you become a content creator. The way that you're supposed to come to a decision to become a content creator is you're supposed to be loving your job at work, and then content needs to be doing so well where you actually need to be torn between it. Like, dang, I want to stay at my job, but man, this content just seems so much more exponential, so much more scalable. And now it's getting to the point to where there's things and opportunities that I can do on the content side, but that I have to actually turn down because my job is preventing me from doing that. You should be conflicted about it by the time you decide I want to be a content creator.
I've decided that I would post every time that I open this freaking app, which is a lot. What I've gained out of being on TikTok, aside from a few 25 followers, I think this week, is just the ability to feel more free. Just have some creative expression in my life that I was desperately missing. I felt like this is a good time at 1 week of posting consistently on TikTok to formally introduce myself
Is
and
she just getting
the
started?
reason why I've decided to show up more. I quit my job, but it's been so good for me mentally and creatively and socially as well. Just to be able to reconnect to myself and to my friends and family that I felt like were really neglected. So nice to meet you. Happy to be here. And let's see where this goes, huh? I'm gonna post every day.
So now you're starting to post every day. So you weren't posting every day already. I don't know about that. Somebody said in her comments, they said, I always quit without a job lined up. I want the break in between. Interesting. Somebody said, same. It's been 7 months and no luck. HR management. Somebody said, quit a month ago, still no job, doing side gigs. Sucks a bit, but I am less stressed. Yeah, right now, it's only been a month. Right around that 2-month mark of not having a job, and she quit her job. This is someone in her comments. Right around that 2-month mark, that's when you really start to feel it. And it's going to hurt, especially you see other people going to work and having a job. And it's like, dang, what am I doing? Am I about to let this whole year go by with no job? Somebody said, I resigned too, but started an online business and it was the best decision. Sending love and light. I wish her the best, but this doesn't seem too well thought out. And yeah, she don't even got 800 followers. She don't even have 800 followers. And you quit a management job? Yeah, okay. She's just filming her regular life. You could have kept the job and did that. Y'all, we'll leave it there for today. If you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. Only takes a second, and it actually helps out more than you know. And also, if you can hype the video as well. Hype is a new feature that YouTube offers where it helps smaller content creators like myself. And basically, when you hype, it actually pushes us to the extent that it pushes the larger content creators. So you just press the hype button and it shows the points. And since I'm a smaller creator, a smaller channel, we actually get more points per hype. And hype was designed for smaller channels, so that's why. But if you come across a video and you don't see the hype button, then it's probably been over 7 days. And hype usually vanishes after 7 days. So it's usually best practice if you want to hype to just go ahead and hype while the iron is hot on a newer video. And also, if you want to become a member of the channel as well, join buttons on the video. And what becoming a member of the DXU family will come with is you would get badges next to your comments where it will show people that you are a member whenever you leave a comment, as well as you would get early access to content and also exclusive content that's not available for everyone else on YouTube. So again, if you want to become a member, the join button's on the video. But until then, I'll see you in the next video.